YouTube viewers, once again welcome to today's presentation. Thank you for your subscription to the channel and also your contribution, your comments and your calls. I've received a lot of calls about this invention called free energy design. Many people have been asking questions and I've been answering different kind of questions, and if I have not answered a question on the channel, don't worry, I'll come into it because they love engagement now, so they love commitment. So therefore I have a little bit of time to do a lot of things. Well, nevertheless, I still go ahead and also bring to you another area. This is what the question people ask, that how to do that. A petrol generator to a fuel generator, they still having the issue in this area, how to do this, and that is why today's presentation is very important, very crucial to those of you who are having issue converting from a petrol generator to a fuel generator. This is the area I'm dwelling today. This area I'm going to show you today. But don't forget, there's currently a book on this production. There's a book on how to design a free engine generator. It's a very fantastic book. A step-by-step way on how you can design your free engine generator. In this book, I've been able to put my 11 years experience about free energy and everything that has to do with free energy. I've been able to put it into a book so that those of you who are having issue is so simplified that you can have a good knowledge of it. You can read it, understand it, and it's of practical form. So get that book. If you are still having issue on any area, everything has been incorporated in that book, and it's in a very good price, very low price, which you can afford. So please endeavor to have the book. If you need a book, just indicate or send me a message or go to the link you see, and then you get the book. It's just easy to get. It's very easy. You see, send a WhatsApp message there and I'll give the book, because before some have already started buying the book, some have sent me a request of how to get the book and also how to do it, and they get their copy of it, and some of them are very happy about it. Today I'm still talking about how to convert a petrol generator to fuel generator. Now, first of all, let me explain to you. There are two things that make a generator. They are very distinct. There are two things that make a generator. In every generator you see on the street, either in your house or anywhere, there are two basic things that make it to work. And that is one, the mechanical section and the electrical section. No matter the generator, whether it's 20 kVA or whether it's 100 kVA or 200 kVA or even megawatt, whatever you call it, they must always have these two things in common, and that is what? The mechanical and the electrical. Now, the mechanical section has its own different role. The problem so many people are always having when it comes to conversion is they were not able to separate the mechanical section from the electrical section. If you have this simple understanding on how you can separate these two items, you have no issue. As far as petrol generator to fuel generator is concerned, you have no issue. This is the mechanical section and the electrical section. What are the difference between the two? One, in this mechanical section, as you can see, you see a tank here. You see a lot of things that to do with mechanical section here. It shows that in this mechanical section, the petrol is being made of mechanical things like piston, rings, plugs, and other things. And as such, there must always be fuel or gas put on it. The gas brings what we call sulfur, and the sulfur helps to duplicate the ions to enable it to turn. That is why whenever these things are not there, like there's no engine here, definitely you see the engine knock. Why? Because there is no liquid that will enable it to duplicate and run. That is why you can see the engine knock. But when you have this petroleum, you have this petrol gas, whatever it is on it, you see that the thing will run perfectly. Ice mechanical section. The electrical section, its duty now in this electrical section is what? His duty is to bring light, is to produce light. What the electrical section, as you see it now, has no basic business to do with electric, to do with the mechanical section. The only duty this man has is to generate light. And how do we do that? Is when it's being rotated, when it's being torn, when it's being spun, then the light will come out. Now what you see now is that they have to attach this mechanical section into this electrical section. That is why you see this gap here. This gap, there is a rod that connects them, and that is where the business come together. That is where they have connection. That is where they have to come together. So the confusion many people have is that because they have seen this mechanical section being attached to this electrical section, they feel that the two of them must always go together, gas to run. So you need purely electric. So I bring it here now. That is what you have now. As you have this one being removed, and this one's there, and this electric motor attached. Now, if you move further, I also something you say, attach the capacitor to boost the voltage. Now, after separation, you must bring out capacitor, because some generators they need a capacitor to run in the speed they want. So when you separate them, you also need to attach a capacitor. The capacitor is to ignite the force of the current to be able to run at the full you want. So you attach capacitor on your DC to enable to start. Then after that, you link your motor to starting power, because the starting power is very important. You must have the starting power, because this motor does not just run that, it must be attached. So a starting power can be anything you enable to start. After that, you switch over to the generator here. When you have a starting power for the initial start, the configuration, you now attach this one, you now link the voltage from this one to this one. That is where it will now start running as you expect. At least you should take a look at this practical. You see what I'm talking about now. Take a look.
Saya tes dulu. Ya, listriknya tidak ada nih. Lagi kosong listriknya. Ini saya tes.
See something here. Now this generator is separated. You see, you can see it has been separated here. You can see here it's been separated. And I see now what it does. This is separated from this is separated. You see the different now. You can see it now. Okay, take a look. This is different unit. This is different. The generator area. This is the electric motor. Now it's separated. This one has been separated from this one to enable it run perfectly well. In this kind of case, you don't need anything. Now what we are doing now is to have a starting power. A starting power is the one that will enable a generator to run at the frequency you expect. Then we have this thing attached now. Let's go ahead and see more.
saya cabut.